people from our morning rest.
What should it be that does so shriek abroad? The people of the street cry Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris, and all but an open outcry towards our monument.
What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies the County Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before. Warm and now new killed.
Search, seek, and know how his foul murder comes.
Here is a friar, and slaughtered Romeo's man, instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Oh heavens, oh wife, look how our daughter bleeds. The staggerment has furloughed his house. Is empty on the back of Montague, and his smith teased in my daughter's bosoms. Oh, this sign of death is a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir now early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile hath stopped her death, her breath. To whose further woe conspires against mine age.
Look, and that thou shalt see.
O thou untaught, what manners is in this to press before thy father to a grave?
See what the mountain outrage for a while, till we can clear these empty pursuits, and know their spring, their head, their true descent. Then I will be the general of your woes, and lead you even to death. Meantime, forbear, and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
Here I stand, both to impeach and purge, myself condemned, and myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
That here Romeo was Juliet husband, and she, Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and they're still in marriage day. Was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from this city. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed, and would have married her by force to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and bid me to devise some means to rid her of the second marriage. Then gave I her a sleeping potion, brought on her the form of death. Meantime, I wrote to Romeo that he should come hither as this dire night, and take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, returned my letter back. Then, all alone at the prefixed hour of her waking, came I to take her from her kindred's vault, and keep her closely at myself until I could conveniently send to Romeo. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her waking, and here untimely lay the noble Paris, and the true Romeo, dead. She wakes, and I entreated her come forth, and bear this work of heaven with patience. But, as it seems, she did violence upon herself. All this I know, and if it ought to be miscarried by fault, let my old life be sacrificed, some hour before the time, unto the rigor of the severus law.
We still have no need for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What would he have to say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua, to this same place, to this same monument. This letter he early bid me give his father, and threatened me with death, going in the vault, if I departed and not left him there.
Give me the letter. Where is the country's page that raised his watch? Sirrah, what made you master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me aloft, and so I did. And Annan came with the light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew him, and I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words, the course of love, the tidings of her death, and here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet and Montague, see what a scorn is laid upon your hate. The heavens finds means to kill your joys with love, and I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
O brother Montague, give me thy hand, for this is my daughter's treasure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in its pure gold, and that whilst Verona be known by that name, there should be no figure set as true and faithful Juliet.
It shall Romeo, by his lady's lies, our poor sacrifices enmity.
A gloomy peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, some punished, and there never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.